Each other day, the population of Africa continues to grow. So is the need for sufficient food as there are more stomachs to feed. This calls for utilizing space to grow crops that will feed the continent. At Gatundu South, Kiambu County, a farmer is doing something different.
When you plant about 130 plants in one multi-storey garden, there is a multiplication of about 10 times.
I meet Daniel Gitau, an agricultural innovator.
Myself, I'm an innovator.
Who is a trailblazer in this noble cause. I bring you the incredible story of Wonder Multi-storey Gardens, which is utilizing minimal space to maximize produce. 6 years ago is when all this was born, out of the desire to create something different that meant progress in the sphere of agriculture.
It started in 2013. Being very myself, I'm an innovator. I have some other innovations, and I came up with this idea after seeing the bag farming, which people are using at that time. So I came up with this idea of a cone-shaped structure so that each plant can have water and manure effectively.
It is the innate ambition of every farmer to produce better yields. Daniel Gitau is no different. He shares how the Wonder farming came to be.
The idea just came from the side, from the back garden, because I saw it was economical on space, and you could plant many plants. The same plant where you can plant, where you can do conventionally. So now the first challenge was the material which could withstand the pressure of the soil. I first started with the ordinary silage polythene, but that one had some challenges because it was a bit weak. So I came, that's when I was just doing my research, I came across this HDP paper, which has a thickness of 1 millimeter and can withstand the pressure of the soil. I started first with spinach and sukuma wiki, and in fact they are doing very, very well. And I was harvesting, and because of the demand, I did not even have to go to the market. The buyers were just coming to the farm, and they are buying everything. Then I saw, at least I looked for something which is a bit sustainable. That's when I came with strawberry, because the advantage of strawberry, you just plant once and they can go up to 4 years. They can just go up to 4 years. So that's why I came with that concept. And I started from last year, 2018, April. So the farm is almost 1 year old. And we are harvesting many healthy fruits.
In 2014, he did a pilot project on strawberry, whose returns made him get right into it.
I planted the first pilot project on strawberry in 2014, and I had planted on one multi-storey garden just inside the compound. So after researching on it, I found that it can do good. So last year, 2018, is when I prepared 250 multi-storey gardens in my small farm, which is about 1/4 of an acre. And from there, I've been harvesting and selling strawberries, and we are also selling the runners and the split.
Dennis Mureithi, a key member of the Wonder farming fraternity, unfolds the walking wonder behind these multi-storey gardens that stand 4 feet above the ground surface.
This is where we came up with this idea of the multi-storey garden. We call them the Wonder multi-storey gardens. As you can see, this garden, when you unaona hii garden moja, it holds 130 plants, which sits on an area of 4 feet. It has a 4 feet diameter. So in the area of 4 feet diameter, having doing your farming the normal way, the normal conventional way, you can only grow a maximum of 16 plants. But with the multi-story garden, you maximize on space. You are able to grow 130 plants on the same space. So initially the idea was to with those people, mainly those people with small spaces or small farms, small plots, how they can produce more, maybe for large scale farming and also for food security in the country. As you can see nowadays, people are going much into the real estates. So the coffee farms are being cut down for houses. So in future, they might have a challenge in food security. So tuna import food juu hatuna hizo mashamba kubwa za kufanya farming. So the idea came how we can utilize the small space. Yes, mtu amejenga hiyo nyumba lakini bado anafanya farming. Akona food sustainability throughout the year. So that's why we came up with this structure, which is the Wonder Multi-storey garden.
Rising 6 layers above, the Wonder Multi-storey garden leaves 2-inch terraces for planting crops.
The Wonder Multi-storey garden has 6 layers. The 6 layers, as you can see, zinakuja zikipungua with sizes, whereby zinaacha a terraced space kwenye utakuwa una grow mimea yako. So on this space, it has a space of 2 inches. As hizi 2 inches ziko enough ku grow mimea yako. Tuseme either you can do spinach, kales, managu, and all kind of maybe the kienyeji veggies kama terere, kunde, and also strawberries, as you can see.
Apart from saving on space, Dennis says that the Wonder Gardens utilizes well water and manure.
With this garden, ukiset at first, ina save on cost ya maji. Maybe you can in an area where you have water shortage. So with 30 liters, a maximum of 30 liters, because it does 20 to 30 liters of water twice or once in a week according to the climate. So at first ina save on water. Another thing, it saves on manure, because we will first set the structure with soil around, then you will come scooping soil all around the spaces, then you mix the soil with manure in the ratio of 1:1, then you backfill the spaces. Then hapo ndo utakuja upande mimea yako. After umepanda mimea yako, ndo utafanya watering the same space.
This is a product of research, and Gitau thinks that if given a keen eye, more progressive innovations like this will be born.
Research and innovation should be given a priority, because there are so many, especially young people, who have very many ideas which can take this country forward in way of food security. And this one, I've done my research by funding, by the little amount I get. So it's good that you use the maybe carry can come here, because they have the funds. But at least I have moved slowly, but now I can see it's working. Even I'm most encouraged by the response I get from the people who visit the farm.
Attaining food security calls for embracing new concepts in agriculture, something they agree with.
Mostly we have been using the rain-fed method, and this one now is a new concept which uses irrigation and water very conveniently and very effectively. So this one can attain food security once, even if you are not doing a commercial one. You can even do 1 or 2 in your homestead and grow sukuma wiki, spinach, and other vegetables like onions and dania from your own farm. So if one homestead is not going to the market to buy, and that one I think is a way forward.
Nowadays, most people are going so much into to real estate, as I have said, and that is reducing the agricultural land. So with the multi-story garden, maybe maybe you have constructed your house, maybe you have an acre of land, maybe you have used half an acre to build your house and maybe your compound, and maybe you are doing dairy farming, so you are remaining with half an acre to do your crops. So with the multi-story gardens, you'll be able to produce more with more space. For example, in half an acre you can install 500 multi-story gardens. And as you can see, maybe when you grow they have an acre, the normal way we do the farming, your production, maybe an acre holds around that 40,000 plants of scum or spinach. But with this garden, it multiplies the plant population with more than 10 times. So having that half an acre will be producing the same way with a person who has 5 acres and above. First, you save on labor, save on water, save on manure. So the management practices of a multi-story gardens are not that, are very cheap.
Projecting into the future, Daniel Gitau endeavors to help more people learn the concept so as to produce more food to feed the populace.
The future plans of Wanda farming is to make as many people as possible to know about the concept, because it's really working. And those people who have tried it can witnesses to that. So this already is a training center, and we are using Facebook and WhatsApp to bring people attention of this wonder farming. So now, because we are going nationally, for example, we have that farm in Eldoret, we want to partner with the best customers in any given areas to train people in that area, so that at the end this thing will become national, or even African, or even international.
For a healthy and well-fed populace, progressive ventures in agriculture ought to be embraced so as to produce enough food, urbanization notwithstanding.